Folks, I'm going to be doing a quick review and a comparison test with this new Stührling original watch named the Depth Master Heritage by Stührling Original. I've just received it yesterday. I'm going to be comparing it to a couple of other watches that I've got. This is the box it came presented in. Like I say, it's got the nice little black pillow here. The tag, cleaning cloth, and some of the instructions. Cardboard box is a little bit shabby, but I'll be comparing that to another Stührling which I own, which I've had for about 11 years now. They really are good watches. They really are great watches. But as you can see, I've just got this out the box, and it's the orange and grey bezel with the black face and the orange sweeping hand. And as you can see, it's the Depth Master Heritage, Swiss automatic movement, professional diver, 200 meters water resistant. And it's a bit on the small side. I think it's about a 40 millimeter. I think they say it's 42, but it's more like 40. I think what they're doing is they just adding the size of the pointer onto that as well. But yeah, 20 millimeter strap. I like the strap. It's a bit like the other one, which I will compare it to. And it has this lovely automatic movement, if I can just show you that. And now they claim it's Swiss automatic movement, so I have to go with that. The other one says the same. Swiss quartz Ronda movement that has apparently, which I've just had new battery and just had it all resealed and vacuum pressure tested for waterproofing again, as it's a diving watch. But I like the back of this. I like the way it's got the exhibition case where you can see the movement. And like I say, it's a chunky little thing, but the diameter of the watch isn't all that great. It sits nice on the wrist. I'll just show you. There we go. And I can tell just by moving it around, it has some weight to it, although it's not a very big, bulky watch. Sorry, get back on you there. Yeah, it has sort of a nice feel about it. Doesn't have a great presence in terms of size, and but it has a bit of a chunkiness to it in terms of, from the way it sits on your wrist to your crystal. That's obviously, the case is quite thick because of the automatic movement and the glass. But the strap is not all that thick, which is a bit disappointing. Paid £225 for it. Is it worth 225 quid? Well, for an automatic wristwatch, I would say yeah. I mean, don't forget, you can dive with these watches. You can go in the sea with them. The one I'm going to show you now is a lot more considerable. That's been around the world, has been in every ocean that I can think of. But yeah, it's a nice little pleasant wristwatch. I think it's a nice colour combination. Yeah, I think it is worth 225 quid, and I would recommend it. You've got that lovely sweeping second hand. You've got the 3 o'clock date window there, which is like chromed off around the edges. The only little gripe about this is it doesn't have a lock and clasp underneath, which a majority of the Stührling watches or diving watches normally have. So that's a little bit of a disappointment. But I'll compare this to the other one for you. Right, so as you can see on the left here, we've got the new Depth Master Heritage Stührling original watch, which is this one here. And as you can see already, the size difference between this one on the right. This one I've had about 11 years. I bought this in 2015. And this is the box that came with it, which is like an orange leather box with like suede on the inside, and comes with a nice suede matching pillow as well. And that's basically how that watch came. And when you compare it to this cardboard one, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? You know, much prefer the quality of that box than that one, definitely. But like I say, with this Depth Master, you get like a little leatherette cushion, you get the cleaning cloth with it, and all your paperwork's in there, and of course you've got your watch tag. So this is definitely worth the money. But if you're not into huge watches like this, then I would definitely recommend it. I'm just going to put this to one side because, like I say, this is the watch that I'm mainly reviewing. And I can honestly say, for the money, the cheapest you can get it online, I think it's 200 odd quid. You might be able to get them a little bit cheaper on eBay. But, you know, you've got to bear in mind that you're buying something that's been scratched. It's going to need polishing. The automatic movement might want maintaining. So I would just rather pay new. I think that's just a little protector cap on the crown. I'll have to have a look at it later on. But yeah, the Stührling original Depth Master Heritage, really weighty watch. So what I'll do, because there's a bit of controversy over the weight of this thing. Now, Stührling website claim that this is a 400 gram watch, and I'm telling you now, I know it's not a 400 gram watch. And the reason why I know that is because I was considering buying myself a Rolex Sea Dweller Deep Sea. Take a cup of tea there, sorry. Now, the Sea Dweller Deep Sea is one of Rolex's largest watches in the catalogue. And that watch is not even as big as this one. That Depth Master Deep Sea is only about 44 millimeters. So it's nowhere near as big as this. Now, one thing I will point out, the strap on this, these links are 7 millimeters thick. Each one of those links, okay? Now, if you compare it to the Depth Master, now, bear in mind, this one is quartz and this one's automatic. They're both 200 meter, but this is only half the thickness of that. And I thought it would have been a lot thicker than that. Now, bear in mind, this is an absolute hefty beast of a piece of a watch. This is bigger than the Rolex Sea Dweller Deep Sea. And that comes in at 213 grams, right? I don't know what this comes in, but I'm going to wait for you. But I'm just going to let you get a look at what this weighs. Okay, I'm going to put it on here. I've zeroed the scales off. Right, I'll just zero them. There we go. And I'll just turn that off again. Back on. I'm not sure whether these are. Just see if I can get these scales calibrated. Alright, I'm going to have to move them over onto a hard surface. Right, so Right, so the zeroed off, and let's see what we've got here. Right, so that Depth Master Heritage weighs 181 grams, nowhere near the 200 to 400 that they're claiming. Now, this is the big boy. Now, this is probably heavier than the largest Rolex, and I'll just put that on there to show you. Now, the Deep Sea Dweller Deep Sea is 213 grams, and that's the largest Rolex you can get. It's a step up from the Submariner. Now, this Regatta Aquadiver is 287 grams in weight. 287 grams. That is a beast of a watch. It really, really is a beast. And that's the back's all printed up as well. But I mean, every time this watch goes on my wrist, again 286, there's always somebody comments about it, because it really is a massive watch. Now, I'll just do another comparison for you as well, because I've got another one here. Now, this is my Bulliver Precisionist, and again, this is another behemoth of a watch, and really well made, and that is 266 grams in weight. Now, these you can buy these, I think they're about £700 to buy these in, I think, Goldsmiths or H. Samuels jewellers, and these are an absolutely brilliant watch. It has a carbon core face on it, really accurate, absolutely really accurate, and like, again, it's another statement piece. I mean, relatively cheap watch. Now, when you put them two together, you can get an idea of the size of them. And then when we take the Depth Master Heritage, which, I mean, it's a lovely name for a watch, and you'd think it would be a lot more substantial in size, and that is the size of the Depth Master. So 181, 286, 266. Now I've got another watch to compare for you. Okay, now this is an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Dual Time, and this also has the exhibition glass case on the back. Now, I'll put that next to the Depth Master. Well, it won't actually let me, because I've not got it's a different type of strap. And as you can see, the Royal Oak is a little bit bigger than it as well. Slightly bigger. Now, that Royal Oak is actually 40mm diameter. I'll just see if I can get that clasp off. Right, so there you have a bit of a comparison. So you've got the Bulliver Precisionist, the Regatta Sport Aquadiver Stührling, you've got the Royal Oak AP Dual Time, and then you've got the Depth Master Heritage. Okay, just to give you a comparison of how big this watch is. Now I'm going to bring another watch into it, which is this bad boy here. Now, this is a lovely watch. I wear it for dress occasions, and this is another automatic movement watch. Another 200 meters, water resistant. Okay, and this is a Vostok Europe N1 rocket watch. And I don't really wear this a great deal. Got a beautiful leather strap, black face, white increments, date at 6 o'clock. Sweet and second hand. It's got a beautiful, the sides are polished and then just brushed on the top. Gorgeous watch. This can be wound up or shook up automatically just like the AP, and it really is a lovely wristwatch. I think these retail for around about £470 now, but I'll show you this on the wrist. And there you are, just a lovely dress watch, and I like it's simple, it's plain and simple, like the AP. I just like I just like a clean face, you know, the same on that. Now you've probably noticed that this is not a real AP, but it's as close as God damn it. It really is an excellent copy AP, and I got this when I was in Turkey, and I was glued to this guy's watch in a bar, and it was the owner of a bar, and I asked where he got his watch from, because I think he had something like a tag eye on that looked brilliant, and he told us where to go, and I went and I got this watch. Good price, got the box with it, no papers out, but it's a cracking watch, and I just like it because you can look down on it and you can tell the time straight away. The Bolivar's a little bit fussy, I still like though, and again the Aqua Diver is you just look down, you get the instant time, and probably the same that, just a bit fuss going on with that dial, and that's what I like about this, is this Vostok watch, and I'll weigh that for you and see what that comes in at on the scales. Right guys, so that's a very light watch, for an automatic, 132 grams, and I'm sure, like I said, you can still buy these online, but that's probably, yeah, I mean look, I mean it's bigger than the AP, so if I move that over to there, just a sec. So guys, there you are. I've tried to put them in order of size. Well, these two should be the other way around, but it just gives you a rough idea of what this Depth Master actually looks like compared to some of the watches. You know, it's small on the wrist, but it has good weight to it. Unlike the others, there's different kit that, you know, like the Vostok is a big face, but it's light on the wrist. These two, big massive faces, big massive straps, and they're heavy on the wrist. This is just perfect, you know, a really perfect one. But yeah, these two Stührlings, I would definitely recommend, because they're not the best brand in the world, but for build quality you just can't beat them. You know, I mean, even though this is a lot smaller, you know, I mean, come on, 200 meter water resistant, and if that can go in a sea around the world, and that can go in a sea around the world, they're both 200 meters. I haven't took the Vostok in any water because it's a leather strap. Then this will probably do it no problem at all, absolutely no problem at all. But this one, I've just had this back, actually I've just had this back today. I've had a new battery put in it. It's the second one I've had in 11 years, but the problem is, with it being a professional diver, when you put the batteries back in, you have to sort of have it re-waterproofed and sealed. So you know, they put the silicone grease round, check the seals, and they put it in a vacuum chamber for 60 seconds to make sure it don't leak. And basically, yeah, that was £44 with guarantee with it as well. So having a watch like this and also having a watch like that, and as well as the Bulliver, they are worth, they are well worth getting serviced and resealed, because you don't want any watering. And I asked the guy to check the inside of it to see what it was like. This has been around the world. It's been over to the Americas, it's been over to Asia, Europe, you name it. It's been there. You know, it's been Africa, Egypt, and I've been everywhere I've been. I've always took them into the sea, swam in the pools with them, and just salt water just doesn't seem to do anything to them. They're that good of a watch. You know, I've had people shout at me, "You've still got your watch on." I said, "It's a dive watch, don't matter, man." And you know, you take it off, you give it a little bit of a shake and a rub down, and away you go. So I hope that's sort of giving you a good idea about these Stührling watches. Give you them a couple of comparisons too. So yeah, if you're after a good automatic wristwatch which is waterproof, dive proof, look no further. Stührling Original, Aqua Diver or Depth Master. Thanks for watching.